It is common the perception of a strong relation between crime and drug use. But how accurate is this perception? Are we considering factors such as addiction? Most of us have heard, especially in songs, that love is like a drug and I'm addicted to you. This is a proof that drugs are normally associated with addiction. But how about the addiction crime relation? Addiction generates crime when individuals' desire for elements outweighs their morality, developing a narcissistic and antisocial behavior. In this video, I will emphasize not only drug addiction, but addiction itself by explaining the type of crimes it creates, the health effects, and I'll be offering examples on how other type of addiction also create crime. Oops, I'm craving and I ran out of money. I have to take action. Illegal drug users, besides violating drug laws, also tend to offend more than legal drug users, especially to support their habits. The most addictive, pleasant, and hard to get substances are typically the most expensive, and ironically, most drug users are financially challenged and addicted. Drugs are equally or more important for some users than food, and when they cannot have access to this, they take the easy way out. They decide to offend. This is denominated as economically compulsive crime, probably the most common reason people believe in the relation of drug and crime. If you find honey, eat just enough. Too much of it and you'll vomit. Proverbs 25:16. Addiction and excess go hand by hand, and these have a negative impact in our health. Drug addicts can easily overdose. Heroin is one of the most addictive drugs, and its overdose are a current trend, especially in our metro area. According to an article published in the Orlando Weekly website last March, heroin related deaths have fivefolded in Orange County since 2011. In addition, withdrawal symptoms can make or keep an individual addicted. For instance, I have a friend who tried to quit smoking but relapses due to the anxiety attacks. As well, some heroin users have reported they use as little as possible just to avoid the unpleasant withdrawal symptoms. The pleasure elements such as money, love, power, or drug can create can be directly proportional to its addiction. Besides the substance type, addiction can still lead to crime. By comparing drug with money, we may conclude that some people are addicted to money because they feel more pleasure towards it than others. And that's okay until they feel no regard for others. Another comparable element is power. In the novel of Shakespeare called Macbeth, a veteran general, Macbeth, wished to have the power of the King Duncan. The king, who was in bad health condition, decided to visit Macbeth. During the visit, Lady Macbeth proposed Macbeth to kill the king that night and crown himself next day. But he immediately rejected the idea by stating that he did not dare to do such an act. His wife, shocked, asked him, "How don't you dare, if you have killed so many men in combat?" He responds, "I stay within the limits of humanity. If I go across, I will no longer be a human." In this case, Macbeth maybe was addicted to power, but his addiction was not enough to override his moral and values and become a criminal. So far, I've explained how addiction and economy leads to crime and the negative effects addiction has in our health, but more importantly, how addiction, even if not to drugs, still induces crime. There is a fine line between addiction and crime, and when it comes to drugs, if we stay away from all crimes, including the purchase of it, then we don't have to worry about addiction.